Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things about surface pattern design, and it's something that you might not be thinking about. So let's talk about what makes a successful surface pattern designer, successful artist, creative entrepreneur. Is it a really great client roster? Is it a strong portfolio of work? Is it genius marketing moves? I mean, obviously those things are all really great, and for sure a strong business needs that great art, that confidence in your marketing. Those are two important keys to making a living creating art for products. But today I want to hit on the topic that you might be overlooking. And like I said, it's one of my favorites. This topic is so important that I dedicate an entire week to it in Start Your Surface Pattern Business. It's a key element, and we're going to break down why. So, what is that topic? What is that surprising must-have for surface pattern design success? Connection, community and connection, connection with your community. Connection is absolutely everything in this business. So let's take a look at some of the major benefits that you might not even be thinking about when you're sort of prioritizing where you put your efforts in building your business. So one of the reasons your community is so important to you is reality checks. I love a good reality check. You know, I'm always trying to tell you what is, what's honestly happening behind the scenes, things you really need to know. We get in our own head so much. It's really easy to do. I do it too. We start thinking a certain way. We start thinking, whether it's about our art or about our marketing or about how the best way to build our business, we go down these sort of tunnel vision of what we think we should be doing. And I'm not saying that you should crowdsource your business, right? Having a community and having connections with that community means that you can get someone to give you a dose of reality when you need it, when you're spiraling and you're thinking things aren't, you're not happy with what you're seeing with your art or with whatever. Checking in with a surface design friend or artist friend can be an amazing way to get back on track and just have someone tell you, it's not what you think it is. You're looking at this from the wrong direction. It's a new perspective. So those reality checks can be really, really important. The second thing that is super valuable about your community and making connections with your community is accountability, right? We have a lot to do. We have a lot to do as solo entrepreneurs. There's a lot of things going on. And sometimes it can be really hard to keep that motivation up. I get it. We go through phases where we are pushing ourselves a little bit harder and when we're taking it easy, and that's okay to have those phases. But sometimes when we need to get something done, we need an accountability partner to check in and say, hey, how is that new collection going? Or how is that research for finding some new clients going? And have us feel accountable to someone versus just ourselves as far as moving our business forward. So having someone that you can check in with, who's checking in with you, who knows what you need to be doing to move forward or what you say you want to be doing to move forward, and who's checking to make sure you're actually doing it, that is invaluable in your business. So the third reason I love making connections with my community, having my sort of surface pattern friends around, is creative brainstorming. This can help you refresh your creativity when you're thinking about things with a friend, with someone who understands the business. This can really help you, you bounce ideas off each other. One of you gets an idea, another one gets an idea. You think about different ways of looking at the same problem. This can be for your portfolio. This can be for what your next steps should be in your business. Again, I don't necessarily recommend crowdsourcing your business. What does everyone else think I should do? It's your business. You should be doing what you want to do. But sometimes you need some outside ideas to get those wheels turning. So I really love it when I get a chance to chat with my biz bestie about what I'm thinking about doing and what she's thinking about doing and how we might inspiring each other with new ideas and new ways to try to move forward in our business. The fourth thing that I love my community for is hot tips. Hopefully you come to my YouTube channel for a few hot tips here and there, but new ways of seeing things in your business is important. And, I just talked about creative brainstorming. Obviously, we're thinking creatively when we're with other people in our community. But I'm talking about the really, really practical things, collaborating on systems and software and how to actually do the admin busy business part of your business. You might have no idea that there's a way better way to do some of your admin stuff, your bookkeeping, your calendar keeping, your the way that you're keeping track of your artwork. There are lots of different systems and things that people have found out through trial and error, and you should build off that. Maybe your friend has a great way to do something that you've been really struggling with, and it makes it so much easier. There's always tricks, there's always tips, there's always ways to find better ways to do things. One thing that I love to share is Adobe Illustrator tricks, because I love Adobe Illustrator. I even have a 5-day quick tip free course in my surface pattern toolkit. So you can check out that, sign up for that, but it's called Surface Pattern Accelerator. And what it is me just giving hey, maybe you didn't know this little thing that Illustrator can do that's gonna make your life easier if you design on Adobe Illustrator, right? Those are the kind of tips and tricks you can learn from a friend if you're chatting about oh my gosh, I've been trying to do this one thing and there's gotta be an easier way. And then they say, yeah, there totally is. Here, let me just show you. So that is such a valuable thing for your community. Final reason that you really should be looking to grow your community and your connections with other artists is referrals, actual jobs. You can get actual jobs from other artists. I know that when you're starting out, it feels like other artists are your competition, but it's not true. I've been so blessed with a community full of artists who I've referred jobs to, I've provided work for people, they've provided work for me, they've told me about clients who need something. It's really, really amazing to see how we can share the work that's out there. If it's not right for me or if I don't have enough time, then it's perfect to share with someone else who I know has that skill set. Sometimes I get offers for jobs that I'm I could do it, but am I really great at it? No, I'm not. That's not my specialty. So let me tell you about someone who can do that. And I get that in reciprocal. People offer me work that they can't handle. So when you're beginning and no one has any jobs, I know it seems like a far away idea. But making those friends for those other reasons can be really great. And then as you build your careers together, as you work together to move forward, you might have that give and take with jobs in the future. So that it can be a really important thing. Now that I've gone over 5 reasons why connection is so important, why finding your surface pattern community, your artist community, your illustrator community, your hand lettering community is important, let's just talk about some really quick ways to do that. Basically the main way is reaching out and being yourself, right? Being engaging in conversations in the industry. I know that it can be easy to get in our little, behind our computer screen, doing our thing, not talking to anyone. And look, there's a time for that. There's a time for not getting all up in everyone else's business and just doing what you need to do. But if you're trying to make some of those connections, you have to reach out, you have to engage. You can make comments on Instagram, you can DM people, you can respond to people in Facebook groups, industry Facebook groups. Certainly any classes that you take usually have communities if they're a bigger class, and you can chit chat and make friends. I know some of my Start Your Surface Pattern Business students have done a really amazing job at connecting and meeting regularly outside of the class, and that is hopefully a friendship. Those are hopefully friendships and connections that will last. Also, live events, any sort of industry groups, and honestly, by talking about yourself. I know this is a skill that no one really likes to sort of acknowledge, but again, hiding behind your computer is not going to let people know about what you do and who you want to connect with. So, telling other people what you do might lead to something where they say, hey, actually, like my sister does something really similar. You guys should be in touch. I know she's looking for someone, who's in the industry as well or something. You just never know when a connection could come out. So just being, reaching out and being engaging can really make a difference. So I see my creative community as one of the major cornerstones of my success. And I know lots of other artists feel the same way. So while you may be caught up in the art or, maybe figuring out your pitch emails, which I can definitely simplify you with templates and step-by-step advice in Start Your Surface Pattern Business, by the way, don't forget to take some time to chill out and just chat with your fellow artists. Okay, it's really important to build those connections and cheer each other on.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Silver, and I've been a professional surface pattern designer for almost 2 decades. When I left my in-house design job to run my own business, I had a lot of industry experience, but building a strong client base still took way longer than I expected. And part of that was because there's both a lot and not enough information out there about how to do this. You've been down the Google rabbit hole, you know. Fast forward to now when I sometimes turn down client work because I'm booked solid. It's for that exact reason that I created Start Your Surface Pattern Business. In this course, I help you cut through the overwhelm and give you a super clear path to becoming a paid surface pattern designer. I provide you with the tools you need to focus on your goals, get yourself set up so you make a killer first impression, and then find and pitch the clients that are right for your artwork. And I do it in the most straightforward, simple way possible. Nothing extra, just distraction-free lessons and to-do lists, plus insights from an industry insider that will help you get the confidence you need to move forward. The most exciting thing is hearing from my students about landing their first client or licensing contract as they start taking the proactive approach that I am such a fan of. You don't need to spend years building a portfolio of hundreds of patterns and illustrations, and you don't need to get stuck comparing yourself to artists on Instagram. What you need is to take concrete steps forward to build the career that you want. And Start Your Surface Pattern Business is all about taking imperfect action. If you've got a portfolio of designs that you've been building and you're ready to level up, enroll to get started today. Thanks so much for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe and share with your surface pattern design friends.